Yeah, welcome to another episode of Dark Skies Podcast, coming to you live from Los Angeles, California, from the Bay to LA. Man, and after a long day of paying our respects, the funeral procession, Staples Center, 39th and Crenshaw, the victory lap, man, Nipsey Hussle. So everything went well. I just want to thank everybody who came out today. It was beautiful. And now we're back in the studio and looking at the files, and what do we see? Julian Assange. Caught by the Brits. Oh, man. So WikiLeaks founder caught by the British and looked like he's going to be extradited back to the United States. So what does it all mean? We're going to talk a little bit about it now. Welcome to Dark Skies News and Information. It's a podcast live from iHeartRadio and Spotify. Okay. Man, so how y'all doing today? How y'all doing? Thank you for joining us. It's been a great day. I just want to, like I said, thank everybody that came out. It was a beautiful day. Everybody got a chance to pay their respects for the Nipsey Hussle victory lap. So that went well. And like I said, now we're back in the studios, live from Los Angeles, California. And we're talking about Julian Assange and what happened earlier. Man, the Brits caught him. So now he's in British custody and fighting extradition, right? So, right now he's looking at maybe being sent back to America. So we got a full show right now. Your host, LC Graves. We got Mikey Nikes. We got Jim. We got Charles, we got Jennifer, we got Becky, everybody's here. And like I said, we're going through the pictures, everybody's sharing information, and it's been a crazy, crazy day full of emotion and full of just, an opportunity to catch up with some people. Well, it looked like the British took this as an opportunity to catch up with Julian Assange. Called in Ecuador earlier, and it looks like he's going to be, fighting extradition. Look like he's going to be headed back, to L.A. Or not L.A. I don't know if he's coming to L.A. I doubt that. Well, you never know. But anyway, back to the U.S. I'm sorry, I got L.A. on my mind. It's been crazy today. But yeah, back to the U.S. So basically, the report says the federal prosecutors in the United States unsealed a computer hacking indictment against Julian Assange on Thursday, just hours after the authorities in the United Kingdom arrested the WikiLeaks founder. Basically, in Ecuador, drug him out the embassy. In London. So this information just came over the line, and basically, he's been in Ecuador for the last 7 years? So that's crazy. Hiding out, from basically the Americans who's trying to catch him for, releasing those files, back, during the election and the hacking of the email and, the releasing of government files on the internet. And I don't know, it's just all kinds of crazy stuff. I mean, you have to really pay attention to this story as time goes by, because right now he's in British authorities have him. The British authorities have him, so he's gonna probably be shipped back to the U.S. I'm not sure how long that's gonna take though. Newly unsealed indictment filed last year in the Eastern District of Virginia targeted Assange and alleged conspiracy with former U.S. intelligence analysts. turned whistleblower, Chelsea Manning. So basically, that was the intelligence analyst that turned whistleblower. And you know the whole story about Chelsea Manning and how they hacked into the U.S. Department of Defense computers. And basically back in March of 2010, and one of the largest compromises of classified information in the history of the United States government. So, releasing that information was, very, instrumental in pretty much Trump winning the presidency, because the emails that was leaked, it was basically, bad juju for the Clinton campaign. But during the conspiracy, Manning and Assange engaged in real-time discussions regarding Manning's transmission of classified records to Assange. He's uploading the files, prosecutors said in a press release. The discussion reflects Assange actively encouraging Manning to provide more information during the exchange. Manning told Assange that after this upload, that's all I really have got left. So to which Assange replied, "Curious ears never run dry, in my experience." And they don't, do they? Because Curious Ears is listening right now to this podcast. Prosecutors wrote that Assange was arrested. So basically, U.S. UK extradition treaty takes effect, and I'm not sure exactly how long it's going to take, but we should see movement within the coming months. So that just, gives you a little bit of breakdown, because the stories are coming in all over the place about the dramatic arrest, how they went in and executed the warrant and brought Assange to justice. And police said that they were invited into the Ecuadorian embassy by the ambassador, Carlos Abad Ortiz, after the Ecuadorian government withdrew their WikiLeaks founder asylum status. Basically rumors was that, he wasn't a very good house guest, wasn't very clean, or wasn't very, polite, and didn't follow the rules. So I guess, you were out your welcome, and basically Carlos invited the police inside, and they came in and drug Assange out and took him into custody. So during his initial court appearance on Thursday, Assange offered no evidence and was found guilty of, of breaching his bail, because that's basically what they brought him in for, the British authorities, before jumping his bail. So now, he's in custody and waiting to be extradited. So that's crazy. The judge described Assange as a narcissist who cannot go beyond his own selfish interests. So he now faces up to 12 months in jail and will be sentenced at a later date. Until then, Assange will remain in custody, and hopefully we'll get more information on this. But the warrant for failure to appear, I guess, is gonna. Well, it goes back to him jumping bail on a case that was closed on a rape inquiry back in Sweden, when he was accused of raping someone, and I guess that inquiry was dropped, but still the jumping bail remained. So they had been actively in pursuit of him for 7 years. The rape investigation, like I said, was dropped by the Swedish prosecutors back in 2017. So as they could not gain access to Assange while he was inside of the Ecuadorian embassy, the Swedish prosecutors announced Thursday their intentions to reopen the rape investigation. So, the story just keeps getting stranger and stranger. um, WikiLeaks advocates and Assange legal team um, basically came to his defense and was decrying that his arrest and prospective extradition to the United States, basically was, payback, for, the files being released, and that, he's basically paying for it now. So, basically Carlos, which is funny, Carlos Poveda. I'm kind of laughing because Carlos is the name of the guy, the Ecuadorian ambassador or whatever that had him taken into custody. But his lawyer, Carlos, in Ecuador, claimed that the arrest was basically infringed on his human rights of Assange, and the U.S.-based attorney described the news as bitterly disappointing. And, a lot of people are saying that, this is like the death of journalism, and, that reporters all around the world should be, taking notice to this case. So, it's a lot going on. But the legal team vowed that they will be contesting and fighting extradition, to the U.S. And of course they would, you can only imagine, because they argued that the arrest and the indictment set dangerous precedents for all media organizations as well as journalists around the world. So they're encouraging all media people to definitely pay close attention to this case because of, the nature of it and, what's, could be, because they were saying that, if he get extradited back to the U.S., he could be tortured and all kinds of things could happen. And then we had the threat of more WikiLeaks dumping of classified information in retaliation, for his arrest or his detention. So we will be watching because there's a lot going on here. So information all over the internet is buzzing over this. So we're going to keep our ear to the street and we're going to stay online and see if we can get more information. So stay with us. You've been listening to Dark Skies News and Information. Wow. It's a crazy story and it just keeps getting crazier. I'm your host, LC Graves. Talk to you soon. Dark Skies News and Information.